The rise of lonely men. Today, guys, I got another reaction video, man. Before I get straight into the video, man, I need you to do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most of all, turn on those post notifications so you get notified when I upload a new video. So without further ado, we're gonna hop straight into it.
Really matters because like money security, like financial security is important to me. But as long as like we have enough money to, I don't know, go on dates and like do like concerts, like fun stuff.
No, doesn't really matter. If he has goals, like if the salary's not amazing right now, but he has goals for himself and, he's working towards something that's important to me, but everyone's in different places at different times, so I feel like immediate salary, just as long as we can still have fun.
If his bills are paid and he treats me right, I don't think money should be an object because it doesn't last forever.
No, salary not too much. I would say like same answer as his job title. It doesn't really matter what you're making right now, but if you're ambitious and you have like high expectations for yourself and high goals for yourself, then that's very attractive.
It is important because, for me as a female, I plan to be making a certain amount at a certain age. And the man that I expect to be with, I want him to be a hustler and a go-getter too. And, the harder you work, the more you work, the higher you're going to move up, the more your salary is going to...
Is there a number that stands out to you as like a decent salary? Like something that you would be like, okay, he needs to make this much money.
I don't think there's a number in mind, especially for right now, but I would say if he's not ever making more than, let's say, $100,000, then I would be a little bit worried about our future.
Oh man, and here comes the delusion. Now, the reason why I'm laughing is because she is really like, she's either delusional or she's ignorant. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and I'm gonna just assume that she's just ignorant and she just doesn't know. If she wasn't ignorant, then she would realize that most men don't make over 100K a year. The men that actually do make 100K and over is a very small, I'm talking about very small percent of men that make over 100K a year. That means by average, most men are only making between 40K a year to 50, 60K a year. Which is actually not bad. You could make a living off of 50K a year. You can make a living off of that. Now, of course, you're not going to have like the nicest car or the nicest house or whatever, but you can still live. You can make a living off of that. A man that's making 55K a year can have a car and a house. Not, I don't know about a house, but a nice apartment living area space. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, what is she talking about? I would be really worried for our, future. What do you mean? Are you that ignorant? Like, most men don't make over 100K a year. So if you're just walking around thinking that there's a lot of men out here that are making 100K a year, you are delusional.
You saw how quick I shut the fuck up? I asked you, I got the answer. You said wait, I waited, I got the answer. I shut the fuck up now.
So let's keep listening.
Oh, wow.
Let's keep listening.
Would be a little bit more.
I would say enough to live a life of leisure in a sense, like not have to worry about your rent, your utilities, stuff like that, but also
That's reasonable.
obviously a more desirable man would be able to take care of our kids, of myself, of our older parents. So I would say somewhere between 400K to wherever, like there's no bar.
Bro, what is wrong with these women? Like, seriously, like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all can't be serious with these answers that y'all giving. Y'all can't be, like, y'all can't seriously, like, really think that that is just the average. And ladies, if there are any ladies watching this, I really need y'all to understand. Most men are not even making over 70, 60K a year. You're over here talking about you want a man that makes over 400K a year. you do realize that a man that's making over 400 or 200K a year, that's only 5% of men. Only 5% of men make that kind of money. That's a very small percent of men. Talking about like this little, bro. That means on average, most men are not even making anywhere even close to that amount of money. The chances of you finding a man like that are very slim to none. I'm not saying it's not possible for you to find a man like that, but most men are not making that kind of money, sweetie. You gotta stop living in this fantasy world where you just think everybody's just rich. It's not the world we live in. You get what I'm saying? But you know what it is, though? It's the social programming from social media. Instagram, all these TikTok platforms. You get what I'm saying? It's brainwashed a lot of these females into thinking that, you know, if he doesn't make over 100, 200K a year, then I can't be with him and this and that. He's not worthy of being in a relationship with me. You get what I'm saying? I don't get it, man. I just don't see how these females don't understand that. Like, it's... like, 400K a year is crazy. It's crazy.
Yo! Oh my god, this shit's gonna red pill me so fucking hard.
Where do you live?
Oh my days.
And it's just mind you, we're in 2022. Like, where do you live?
The bitch said 400 to the bar goes wherever. If you don't get the fuck up out of here with your average looking, oh my days, get her out of here, bro. And you saw how reasonable everybody sounded? Oh yeah, you know, it doesn't really matter. Fantastic, Cindy. Yeah, I make 50K. Not a fucking chance, you loser. Wow! Y'all saw that? 100K? You guys understand how high that is? That's like less than 1% of...
See, but that's the thing, though. A lot of these women, they don't know money. They don't know anything about finances, bro. A lot of women don't understand how much $100,000 a year really is. That's a lot of money. And only a small percent of men actually make that kind of money. Percent of men make over 100K a year. Very small percentage of men make that kind of money. So that means your regular day Joe Schmo is not making that kind of money. The average man makes about 42 to 50K a year. Average woman makes about 35 to 40K a year. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, what world are these women living in? Like, seriously. They can't be serious, man.
At 23, if I were to be dating a man right now.
At 23?
23.
Did she say 23?
She said 23.
This is gonna be bad. I'm not expecting something very brilliant out of this,
Let's go.
but surprise me, I might be super wrong.
80K is pretty good. 80 to 100K.
At 23? Do you understand that you get to that level of money like around 40? And a lot of most motherfuckers out there at 40 are not gonna be at that level. You understand that? Mm-hmm. So big game. Whew. So that's what they want. That's what women want. They want that. And then men are like, well, that's not possible because I'm going to make like 75 or tops 80 if I really get there. But you want above that. But men need to step up. Oh, we shall.
Is what I'd be looking for. Yeah, somewhere around 80 to 100K.
These women are so like, they don't have, it's like some of these women don't live in reality. They have to understand that most men don't even, bro, most men in their 20s are not making 80 to 100K a year. And the men that you do see that are making that kind of money, those are usually men that are like famous and have a lot of clout half of the time. Those usually are men that are like rappers or like they're movie actors or something, or like celebrities. But we're not talking about people like that. We're not talking about people with a lot of clout. We're talking about just regular people in day-to-day society. Your regular dude that works a 9-to-5 job is not making nowhere near that kind of money, bro. So I think, bro, these unrealistic expectations is crazy.
In your mid-20s.
The fuck?
Bro, most men don't even reach their financial, like, peak until, like, their late 30s to 40s. And that's most men. I'm not saying all men are like that, but most men don't reach their financial prime until, like, their late 30s to 40s, man. And then you even have dudes that reach their 40s and they're still not making over 50K a year. They're still probably only making 40K a year, which is not bad. 45 to 50K a year is not bad. You can make a decent living. Now, of course, you ain't gonna have the nicest car, the nicest house, but you'll still live a comfortable life, which is what really matters at the end of the day. That's what really matters. What really matters is that you're happy, you have a family, and you live a very comfortable life. That's what really matters, man.
Fucking delusion.
Most of my motherfuckers I know in their mid-20s are still in school. Those are gonna, hold on, those are gonna eventually make 100, like 120 by the time they're 40. At 25 are still in school.
You're a goofy ass.
I think 6 figures is definitely decent for, it's a little, you gotta work hard for it nowadays, but for an income, you know, to create a family and things of that nature, like at least 100,000 is acceptable.
Okay.
And you motherfuckers don't understand why Andrew Tate exists. You don't understand why the red pill exists. You don't understand why these extremes exist because you got that extreme. Them is the response to that.
Hey, listen.
I don't agree with that extreme, but I don't agree with that extreme either. But they're the correlation. That's the reason why.
A lot of girls have said that, and I actually just recently read the statistic where only 2% of men between the ages of 20 and 40 make 6 figures and are over 6 feet, which is like 2 of the things that women typically say they want.
Right.
But it's crazy to think about the fact that there's only 2% of men
that are out
making
there.
that much. Yeah.
I'll take a short guy that makes $1 million all day long.
This bitch went more ridiculous. Okay. All right, I'll stop.
She's not understanding it. Like, she's not getting it. The moral of the story is most men are not making that kind of money. So when you say you want a man like that, you're being very unrealistic. It's like you're not living in reality, because that's not the reality. Nobody's saying that there aren't guys out there making that kind of money, because there are. But it's a very small percentage.
The reason why I'm playing this is when I hear goofy people like Greg Matos come out here and write these articles about the rise of lonely men and how they need to up their skills. It's such a singular issue within the greater dynamic, everything. This is not mad at women having higher standards. This is not me mad at men fucking not doing better. It's none of that. I'm saying this shit is complicated. This shit is complicated. Think about the fact that some of these women, okay, are now going to be the primary breadwinners, right? They're going to be making 6 figures and above, fully capable of sustaining a family themselves, yet now that they've made all this extra money and sacrificed a lot of their dating experiences and their relationship life and their early childbearing years, okay? Now they sacrifice that, they still, even though they've usurped the gender roles through their own choices, do not want to take the role that they should have based off their income. They're not ready to take the man's role that the men have always held in terms of being the primary breadwinner. No. They're saying, you gotta be at my level. So, you have to understand, this has completely flipped the world upside down in a lot of ways. Again, go make your money. Do whatever you want. But we gotta be honest about some of the issues that exist in our dating landscape. And it's not just men need to up their skills. I just want to say that. And you look at his comment section, it's pretty much exclusively female. So, yeah.
Okay, that's just what I want to...
Derek Jackson with a degree. Shoutouts, okay?
Degree Jackson?
Yes. And listen, I don't trust anybody with that fucking kind of Boston, New York accent he got going on there. So, but yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they made some great points. I do think that some work needs to be done on both sides, from the men's side and the women's side. this world, as far as dating goes, I ain't gonna say the world, it's really just America. It's going down in a spiral, man. It's crazy, man. And the gender roles have been flipped. You get what I'm saying? You got women out here that are taking more masculine roles while the men are taking more feminine roles. And that's not how it's supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? It was never like that since the beginning of time. It was never like that. So, yeah, man. This is sad, man. But I hope y'all enjoyed the reaction. And I'll see y'all in the next video.